Welcome back. I have something that I want to talk about. So this is more of a watch the pretty scenery and listen video than action-filled video. First, a quick update on the content. I have started recording Mass Effect 1, and I will be playing Andromeda Day 1 and getting that footage up as soon as possible. I want both series to run side by side, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and however long Andromeda is, because I want people to see the differences between the two, especially since the trilogy and Andromeda, their stories don't overlap. So, yeah, that's coming. That's all voiced. I have also been playing ARK a lot more, and Elder Scrolls Online, and the expansion, the Morrowind expansion, launches on my birthday, so it's gonna be party time. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, there's a bunch of voice stuff coming up, and it's time to get the channel back to normal. On Twitter, I posted that I went 3 hours the other day without coughing. Yay! So it's been a long haul, but worth it. Definitely worth it, this recuperating period. Last night, there was a rainstorm. And by last night, I mean like in the middle of the morning, like 3, 4 o'clock this morning. It rained really, really hard. And for some reason, I was drawn to the rain. Now keep in mind, I haven't been anywhere in, months and months, because breathing outside is challenging. So going outside was a thing, but I did it. I went outside, breathed in the air, and it was so many smells at once. But it felt like a victory. So I danced in the rain for a little bit. My lungs are quite irked at me right now, but I have fun. And then after huffing and puffing and coughing my way back upstairs, I'm recording the video that you're watching right now. If you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you might have seen where I mentioned that I took an Ancestry DNA test. I should be receiving my DNA results soon, like any time now. This week, definitely next week. Which could be either very boring or very, quite interesting. And I keep being reminded of this article I came across a while ago because there are family secrets that could be revealed with my DNA results. For the article, a man who has a PhD in cell and molecular biology, he purchased DNA kits for his parents as a gift. The results revealed that the father had a child outside of the marriage. The doctor told his sister, and they agonized for 3 days what to do, and then eventually they told the parents. I'm going to link to the article in the description, but this is a quote from the article. Quote, "At first, I was thinking this is the coolest genetic story, my own personal genetic story. I wasn't particularly upset about it initially until the rest of the family found out. Their reaction was different. Years of repressed memories and emotions uncorked and resulted in tumultuous times that have torn my nuclear family apart. My parents divorced. No one is talking to my dad. We're not anywhere close to being healed yet, and I don't know how long it will take to put the pieces back together." End quote. While I'm sure most people have seen ads where families are reunited, with these happy endings by companies that distribute these DNA tests. That is not the average response. The average response is chaos in the beginning and pain, as most people do not fully understand the impact a DNA test can have on their life because they take the test without questioning what could go wrong. Most people to get the test to find out their heritage, their ethnicity, they don't think about the other part that DNA reveals. The doctor goes on to say, and this is a quote, "If I had never done that, nobody would be the wiser. I thought it was a cool gift. I'm a lover of science, specifically biology and genetics, and just thought I was sharing that with my family, who has always wanted to understand more about what I do and love. I don't know that I would have shared if I knew this would be the result." End quote. That is an unrealistic thought, an emotional one, but an unrealistic one, because the reality is no one in the family would ever be able to take a DNA test for the secret to stay a secret. DNA tests are becoming so common now, especially among youth. It is unrealistic to think that no one in the family would ever take a DNA test. It's unrealistic to think that a secret like paternity can stay a secret. With my DNA results coming soon, I have tried to think of every scenario that I could think of, so I have no surprises. And while doing this, I was reminded of the article. While I might not receive any surprises, potential relatives might. And I want to be sensitive to that. So I have a message to my new potential relatives. I want to say publicly that I welcome whatever the test results reveal, because whatever it is what it is. If there's a situation where my parents or my grandparents did something questionable, I apologize. Let me be clear. I'm not going to make excuses for their behavior or make light of the pain that their choices might have caused. I understand and I expect there to be consequences for the choices they made. All I can do is tell history as I know it. And hopefully my potential new relatives and I can sort it out. My mother taught me to take responsibility for my actions and to stand up to anyone who is trying to take me down a wrong path, a path that I know is wrong for me. Even my parents. My grandmother, on my mother's side, told me years ago that she was unsure who my mom's father was. But I don't know why my grandmother told me, and not my mom, particularly since I was so young. And I don't know how she could foreshadow that I would be the one working on the family tree. But I'm glad she told me, because I could see in the census records now, working on my family tree, that she was living apart from her husband for some time. Matter of fact, he was with someone else. When I get my DNA results, I could see a bunch of people I have no idea who they are, and they could possibly be coming from the mystery father of my mother, for lack of another way of putting it. I wish my grandmother and my mom had lived long enough to find out this truth, or could be the man that my grandmother was married to at the time. He died before my mother was born. So it's possible he's the father. I mean, I'm excited and anxious to find out, finally, what the truth is. There is a lot more I will share later when I have the results, because, family drama, and I can explain it better having the results. But I can imagine right now there's some of you wondering, what is the point of all of this? What happened in the past? The family secrets impacted how I act today. My dad and I danced around the fact that he had a child no one knew about. And I spoke about this before when I found out that I had a sister last year who took the same DNA test. She didn't know either. And no, my brother still doesn't know about that. But knowing people in the family thought their father was one person when it wasn't, I withdrew so that I wouldn't have to lie and became a master at reclusion. You guys have felt that with my channel, and I apologize. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being patient with me. My DNA results finally brings out the truth, whatever it is. And those chapters can be closed with new ones emerging. I look forward to meeting and interacting with my newfound relatives, and I especially look forward to interacting with you guys more. Okay, on to something else. What do you guys think about the hype that is surrounding Mass Effect Andromeda right now? I was taken back to hear that they were still working on a day one patch, because to me, that implies that it's buggy, and they really haven't given themselves much time to adequately test this patch if they're still working on it. I hope it resolves the issues. They didn't say what the issues were, but I would have been better, more confident. I mean, because this is BioWare that we're talking about here. If they weren't still working on the day one patch, so close to launch. Did you hear about the new content coming to Path of Exile? Oh my goodness. New chapters, 10 chapters in the game. I love it. They resolved the main gripe I had with the game, and that is having to go back through the zones over and over again to level. The increased difficulty didn't bother me, but just seeing the same thing over and over and over, create a new tune over and over, League over and over. No, not feeling that. Just wasn't feeling it. I enjoyed the game, but same zone, same stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this. Supposedly you go through the 10 chapters and you level and then you move on and progress. So you're not being hit with the same content over and over again as much as you were. I'm going to do a video about it, but I'm glad that they made those changes. And let me talk about the war that's going on in ARK right now. The aggressives by my base have completely lost it. Wait until you see the shenanigans they have been up to, and I have to completely, a situation came up, you will see in the video, the situation came up where my design is complete fail. These new dinos, I have to, these new dinos. So I have to rethink my design, because my current design that I was, thinking of is just not going to work. It's just not. You'll see in the video. But I still love my area, though. Buggy, but I still love my area. But I'm amused that my area is way more dangerous than Husk's. Way more. Even if you took out his defenses, he's like in babyland right now. And all the mean aggressives are in my area. Hilarious. And I just want to say that I think he's outgrown. I think he's outgrown his base here. It's a little crowded. It's a little crowded. So I really think he needs to properly do the two of a lot of those, because all of the dinos aren't even in the game yet. He's going to have a place almost twice as big as that. I love it. Oh, all right, that's it for this one. I am going to do a lot of voice video editing, so you should be hearing my voice a lot more by next week. Be careful what you wish for. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.